Don Mattera is one of the front runners and courageous black journalists. He was a journalist who stood the test of time. And he helped a lot in teaching young journalists. For example, the Sophiatown. He ran some workshops for journalists on media writing, ethics, and that helped a lot to us as young journalists.
Why was it important for you to honor him in this way?
It was important in this context that people must not forget his works, particularly his writings and poetry. Last year, we honored Mpikeleni, Mike Mpikeleni. The previous year, we honored Willie Bukala. The other year, we honored Mayatula. This is a process, part of honoring this veteran journalist.
Who's we?
We, in the sense that there's a loose structure called the Media Fraternity Network,
right?
Which is patronized by journalists and the media fraternity.
How did the event go though last week?
The event went very well and was powerful. Colleagues of Don Mattera, like Ndate Joe Tlolwe, Ndate Mike Mpikeleni, Mayor Jubi Mayet, spoke, paying tribute to him.
I mean, his work is very unique. I mean, you can't speak about South African literature and not mention Don Mattera in the same sentence. What, in your opinion, made him stand out?
If you remember very well, when he started his poetry, it was that time of protest poetry. That's why it makes him to stand out there.
Now, let's talk about what do you think this generation can do to preserve that legacy? I mean, the journalists at that time, they had a cause to fight, but what do journalists today have to stand for? What can they learn from that generation?
To learn their work, to learn how we're doing things so that they can be able to go forward. If we don't know where we come from, it's going to be difficult to know where we are going. That is very critical, that we have to study their work so that we're able to shape their future.
Out of all the writers that came out of that time and that era, what do you think about, what is it that Don Mattera's writing stood out and still stands out to this day?
Yeah, because, like as I said earlier on, protest writing. Protest writing encompasses a lot of things whereby you also, as a journalist or a writer, you also become an activist. That helps in that writer to see the world and picture it in a different way.
Personally, I mean, what is your favorite work from Don?
His book, Memory is the Weapon.
Yeah, why is that?
Because in any situation, if you don't have a weapon, you're not able to fight. So memory, in that sense, will help you to fight because you'll be able to remember, I was such a person, where I'm going. Yeah.
What is he busy with now? I mean, I remember, I think he was busy with the El Dorado Community Center at some point, and then I remember seeing a board of him during the elections last year. Wasn't that Don Mattera up to now?
Because as an activist, he's doing his work, teaching young people, writing. Young people must know about his work, about his poetry. That's what he's doing. What is what he's doing as a community worker.
What for you is one of his distinct characters that stands out for you?
Or being assertive and outspoken. That's what I like out of him. Being outspoken and assertive.
Let's talk about your organization. I mean, who are you planning to honor next? Why do you think it's so important for you to do this? And what are you trying to achieve?
Yeah, of course, with the help of the SAB Miller and their gratitude in sponsoring this particular event. The next person I would like to honor is Ndate Tami Mazwai. And because of this, this structure, as I said, is a loose structure. It consists of myself, Len Maseko, Opangwenya, and Mike Mwendani. We would like to honor these people so that the nation must know. And sometimes one of the objectives is also to produce a book about this particular event so that the next coming generation should know what we are doing. What
happens in an event where you honor a person? Like the last week's event, for instance, Don Mattera. Take us through what happened.
There are testimonials, like his colleagues, people who worked with him, his students, people who were with him in the struggle. so that encompasses the event.
All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
where their testimonials that I work with Don Mattera, this is what we're doing.
All right.
Yes.
Mpikeleni Duma, thank you so much for talking to us. He's the event organizer and a historian, sharing more detail on the event that was honoring historian, poet extraordinaire, veteran journalist, Don Mattera. It happened last week. Let's take an ad break. We'll give you sports news after this. Stay with us.